Okay, guys, this is the Archetypal Hero. What do Luke Skywalker, Simba, King Arthur, Moses, and William Wallace all have in common? Jung and Campbell. Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell developed the idea of the archetype. Carl Jung was, in fact, a very prominent psychoanalyst, and Joseph Campbell also worked with learning about the mind. The archetype is a recurring pattern of images, situations, or symbols that are found in mythology, religion, art, and dreams of cultures around the world. They found patterns in various mythologies about ideas and stories, including the Great Flood shows up in Christian as well as Norse mythology, as well as Egyptian mythology. So the idea was that these guys saw the pattern and thought that they should be called the archetype. The hero is, in fact, an archetype. The archetypal hero traits. There are usually very unusual circumstances of his birth, such as Jesus of Nazareth, who was born of a virgin. He leaves his family and he lives with others. Harry Potter was in that situation in which his parents were killed and he ends up living with other people in his family, his aunt and uncle. There's a traumatic event that leads to a quest. So, in a situation like if you think of, I think it's new Gods of War, where the main character is separated from his wife and children. They have a special weapon. There is usually some type of supernatural help. He proves himself on the quest. There's a journey, the hero's journey, and the unhealable wound from that quest. Atonement with the Father, and the Father could be anyone, could be his actual father, could be God, could be anything, and the spiritual apotheosis. This is his journey, his spiritual journey, and what he learned on that particular journey that he took. The unusual birth, like we have Luke Skywalker, often born into danger or royalty. Luke with his aunt and uncle. Simba, born a prince. Moses put in a basket. King Arthur in danger from Uther Pendragon's rivals. He's raised away from his people, like Luke with his aunt and uncle in Star Wars. Simba lives with Timon and Pumbaa. I should say Pumbaa. King Arthur lives with Merlin. William Wallace, Braveheart, lives with his uncle for a while. And Moses goes to live with the Pharaoh's daughter. Typical story. There's a traumatic event. The hero's life is changed forever. Luke's aunt and uncle die. William Wallace's wife is killed in Braveheart. Arthur pulls the sword from the stone. Simba fights Nala, and Yahweh appears to Moses, and Yahweh in this instant is God. There's a special weapon. Only the hero can wield this weapon. Luke has his lightsaber. Arthur has Excalibur. Moses has a staff. William Wallace's sword. And Simba, I guess, has his teeth and claws. Supernatural help. The hero often has guidance. Like Luke hears Obi-Wan Kenobi. Arthur has the magician Merlin. Yahweh guards Moses. William Wallace dreams of his dead father. And Simba sees Mufasa in the sky and has Rafiki help him in The Lion King. The hero must prove himself. He performs feats while he's on his quest. Luke blows up the Death Star, leads to rebellion in Star Wars. Arthur leads battles in the Crusades. Moses performs miracles. Simba contemplates his life, and William Wallace leads his men against the British. Simba actually also fights Mufasa and the other, I think it's the hyenas. The journey and the unhealable wound. Hero descends into sort of like a hell-like area and suffers wounding from an encounter with evil. He symbolically goes where normal humans can't, and he finds out truth about himself. So we learn about Mufasa actually killing Scar. We learn about the issue of Darth Vader and Luke, what's going on there. There is an atonement with the Father. Hero either redeems father's evil deeds or he reconciles with father over the wrongs done by the hero. So Simba is able to reconcile the fact that his father was killed by his uncle, and he is able to take over and restore Pride Rock. Luke, forgives his dad, and we have the other. Actually gets to see his dad with Yoda and Obi-Wan, and Arthur is, regarded as one of the greatest kings in legend. And so if you can even take the Jesus of Nazareth story, and he is spiritually rewarded by returning to his father. So this is all important information. So the hero is an archetype, and all these stories follow along with that. And the situation like with Harry Potter, he is spiritually rewarded at the end because he gets to live a normal life and he has rid the world of evil. So that's it, guys. Just wanted you to learn a little bit more about the idea of the hero, because you'll be creating your own very soon, and following along on the hero's journey. We'll be working with that same archetype. Okay, and this was actually a PowerPoint that I got from TED Education. So this is a pretty good one and used in a lot of different schools and places. Okay, sounds good. To see more, I want to go